evening. Thank you guys for coming. This is citizens that have banded together from across this. This is citizens that have banded together from across this city to come together to give what we feel needs to happen in this water crisis. We created a Newark Water Coalition that is also a citywide entity that's going forward right now that continues to meet. We have block groups behind us. We have senior citizens who have come down today that will speak to you because they were denied water today. They walked from these nearby buildings up to the health department and they were told they couldn't have water. The first demand of the citizens in the city of Newark is for Mayor Baraka to render your resignation right now for 3 years of lies to the people in the city of Newark. You said there was no problem. You said nothing was wrong with the water. Even when the data was in from the city, you still continue to lie. You still continue to falsify information going out to the community that this water was and is contaminated. The NRDC, who has a case, and you guys will be following that tomorrow, has continued to monitor the lead levels, and those levels have gone in an 8-month period from the 20 percentile to now over the 90 percentile. And that is some of the things that we'll be talking about, and they'll be talking about in court tomorrow. You will also see in court tomorrow that now the mayor and the water director and the other liars from the city of Newark, along with the governor, will now have to admit that the Wanacue water reservoir is contaminated. That's why there's no court on Friday, because they've tested it and it has come back. So our demands are this: 1, that the mayor step down; 2, that we find the source of the contamination, because still the city of Newark is only talking about the lead contamination, despite the fact that we are on our 4th acid level exceedance notice that the city mailed out themselves, that is connected to cancer-causing chemicals. Didn't talk about it today in the press conference and still continue to not talk about that. Those are online on the city website. Those are things that they have mailed out to the residents. Most of us threw them in the garbage because we had no clue what they were. Most of those were mailed out in English, so you didn't want the rest of the city to know. We also hold our municipal council as responsible as we do anyone else, because they sat there and said, oh, I drink the water, it's nothing wrong with it. So we got the Mutt and Jeff show going on here that you guys witnessed today with the governor up at the health department. Now you guys also saw that for the last 2 days they have been distributing expired water. You guys know something was wrong when all of a sudden yesterday, after 2 o'clock, the state comes up with a letter stating that the water is okay to drink. Well, y'all shop in the supermarket. Is there a pack of beef there? And the expiration date says May 2019, and it's August. You buying that? You cooking that? We're not doing that with the water either. The water didn't expire. The plastic on the bottle did. And that plastic seeps into the water, and it is now a cancer-causing agent. They think that we are so uneducated in this town, and we are so poor that we can't figure that out either. So if the city was genuine in trying and attempting to help us, why on the first day that the feds mandate that you hand out this water, would you hand out expired water? I have documentation here. This water situation has been going on since 2015. And what I want you guys to be clear about is in 2016, every school, public, charter, and preschool, water fountains were turned off for over 4 months. That's how we knew then that we had a real serious problem. This then mayor, same guy, said that it's only the water in the schools that are contaminated and not the water in your home. Well, we only got one water main pipe running down the street. Again, playing on our intelligence. So we're asking you guys to stay vigilant with us through this process, because still today, the city didn't give you any answers. You asked the mayor today, a couple of y'all, for a timeline. He still didn't say anything because he does not care. And we want you guys to be clear. The doctor from Flint, Michigan, has been here twice. She has told us, she has shown us that the water numbers in Newark are worse than the water numbers in Flint, Michigan. If you guys need to go on the Newark Public School website and you need to see the numbers that we brought out from the public schools, some schools exceeded 500, some schools exceeded 1,000, and that's well over the numbers that they have in Flint, Michigan. So we are outraged. We are disgusted. This administration owes us an apology, and better than the apology, he needs to resign, because still today, he refuses to do what needs to be done for the people of the city of Newark. I want you guys to understand that this water has gone untreated in this city for 3 years. They can provide you with that documentation. I want you guys to ask better questions at the next press conference, because you guys ain't getting at the meat and potatoes of what's going on in this town. This water went clear, running through with the cancer agents, with the cancer agents, as well as the lead. For 3 years, they just started, and they said it to you guys today, they just started putting the chemical back in the water. Trust me, ain't nobody sick. This is what they do. This is how the city do. They send a fire truck and an ambulance every time the community come together. I've been doing this for 20 years. This the tactics. They do it all the time. Thanks, Raz. But I do want you guys to know that that's a very pivotal point for us. 3 years this water has been untreated. 3 years. So I'm going to ask Anthony Diaz to come up, one of the forefront members of the North Water Coalition. We will then have the elders from the 15 Hill Street, aka New Community.
So, you know, one of the things that's very interesting is that Flint still does not have clean water. Newark will not be Flint. We will get our clean water. We will continue to fight until our water is clean. 2.5 years of unclean water is too much. For months, we have been fighting for this. 9 months to be exact. And all of a sudden, everybody wants to show up. Everybody wants to care. And I don't care. Come on in. We need these resources. Don't tell me there's not enough money, because when Amazon was going to come here, the state was going to give us $5 billion to that company. So we have enough money to fix the infrastructure in the city of Newark. My number 2 concern, and the residents will talk to you about this, no one in this city should be denied a filter or water at all. It doesn't matter what your address says.
That's right.
You are a resident of Newark, New Jersey, and we need clean water. That's it.
Thanks, Anthony.
Okay, I'm 60 years old. I had to walk from 15 Hill Street all the way up that hill, and when we got there, I was denied water. I have health problems. So how are you going to tell me I can't have water when the water is messed up? You know, there's no respect for us seniors. There's no respect here. This is the only country I see we don't get respect. Why? Why? Why not? You know? It's crazy. I got other members from the building where we live. You want to come up? Because it's ridiculous.
Well, you know, there's not too much more I can say, because
sorry.
you said it all, because we are treated with no respect. And how are you going to say you live on one block, we live on the other, how you going to say they're affected but we're not? That don't make sense. And I'm sorry, right here, this is just a drop in the bucket. It should be more people out here. I'm sorry. Because we're not just fighting for clean water for us, we're fighting for everybody.
Right, that's right.
You know what I'm saying? We're fighting for everybody, so we should have more people. So, and please, like she said, we need you back. Thank you.
Yes, I was in the emergency room on Sunday. I've got health problems now because of this dirty water, this contaminated water. I live in a senior citizen building, and we need it back. We need the city of Newark to get the water clean so we can get healthy again, so we're not racking up all these medical bills that we can't afford. Thank you.
My name is Sandra Toby Heath, and I'm standing for my neighbors and homeowners from the Girard Place, Randolph Place Block Association. We're having a real hard time with this because it seems that they knew certain things 3 years ago and they covered it up. I think that we have enough intelligence to know that if there was a problem 3 years ago, let's work on it in the 3 years so that it didn't get to where it is today. Now everybody, the mayor, the governor, and the officials are scrambling to put a Band-Aid on it. And that's not a good look here. I have cried about Flint, Michigan. I don't want to cry about Newark, New Jersey, where I was born and raised. I don't. We need some answers. They're talking about running water for 5 minutes to use your filter. Well, my feeling about that is I don't want to see a water bill until this is taken care of. No water bill. Don't send me no damn water bill. You having me running my water for 5 minutes, and it still may not do the job, okay? Also, if we have to, well, we need to replace the pipes, we want to know who's going to take care of the cost of that. Now, as a homeowner, I don't mind paying some money, but the city of Newark needs to pay half of it. You know, we're being given, my block association, we had someone in a few months ago that was giving us conflicting information about how that's going to look. But I don't have any trust right now. And I feel like if I spend the money to replace my pipes and I submit a bill expecting to be compensated in some manner, it's not going to happen. And I'm going to be stuck with having spent a couple of $1,000s on a fix that should have happened 3 years ago. So we're just asking the mayor to please, the mayor and the governor, to please, please, please take care of this wonderful city of Newark, please.
Hi, my name is Cynthia, and I take great pride in being a Newark homeowner. I've been a homeowner for over 20 years, and I was told, along with everyone else, that if your home was built after 1986, that you didn't have any problems or issues, that the water was okay. And now we find out that that's not true, that we've been cooking, bathing in it, and drinking this contaminated water. And I truly feel that instead of being given contaminated water, that the mayor and the governor should give all the Newark residents vouchers to go purchase cases of water until this issue is resolved. We're homeowners, we're taxpayers, and we deserve to be treated like decent human beings and not being fed a bunch of lies after lies.
Hi, my name is Tina Thomas, and I'm from Hillside, New Jersey. I'd like to say that there are neighboring towns that are supplied with water from the Newark Water Department. I don't know if our individual towns are doing anything, but it doesn't just affect the city of Newark, it affects the surrounding cities as well. Something has to be done. We should not be in the situation that we're in, and the lies that have been told from our leaders, it really leaves us wondering what else will be next. You know, so I just hope that our townships can also jump in and try to help, because we need help wherever we can get help from. Thank you.
So hello everyone, Sheila Montague. I'm a district leader here in the West Ward, also a homeowner for over 20 years and an educator. I was devastated when I went to get a filter and I was told because I lived on a different side of the street that I wasn't entitled to one, okay? And to hear this as a cancer survivor, this was devastating. And what I'm here today is to say that we demand answers, but not only that, we demand a solution. And we demand that not just from the mayor, but from each and every council member as well, who could not work together along with the mayor and along with the 5 people that they have working for them, and to get us one licensed individual, okay, to address this water issue. We still don't have a person, and you know, I'm just here today to support our community and push for those demands. Thank you.
So let's be clear, this is about corruption, collusion, conspiracy, cover-up, which leads to criminal activity. That's what's happening at 920 Broad Street. Somebody needs to go to jail. What did the mayor know? When did he know it? And what did he do about it is the question. We know he knew years ago, and he did nothing. This is environmental racism. That's what this is. No accountability here, no transparency, and taxation without representation. So the question becomes, who's involved? They all are complicit. The governor is complicit. He came here and told lies today, as you heard Donna say, and other people say. The mayor is a liar. Every elected official in this building behind us, including all of the state representatives, somebody needs to go to jail now.
My name is George Thomas, and I'm from 15 Hill Street. My name is George Thomas, and I'm from 15 Hill Street. I only have one thing to say, and I'm sure I speak for everybody out here. Don't tinkle on me and then tell me it's raining. I don't have any trust in our public officials right now because they all are liars. Just like the man just said, they're all complicit in this. And one last thing I want to say, the governor's going to be down at WBGO tonight. I got some questions for him. I'm going to be calling in and asking him some questions. Thank you.
Here's the thing. When you know that something is wrong and you still let it go on, that's criminal negligence, okay? So you knew the water was wrong, you knew it was not healthy, you knew people were having issues, but we were looked at as the people walking in circles, making noise, doing nothing. But we are boots on the ground every day out here with the people in the streets because we are the community. So we are outraged, we are hurt, we are wounded by the constant lies, okay, the constant cover-ups, the constant lack of transparency. So number one, we the people who pay the salaries of the mayor and the council, your bosses, need an apology for lying to us, for covering this up, for not getting our children properly tested, because we were trying to keep this, not we the people, but we those in the office, trying to keep the people from hearing anything about it. Let's keep this undercover and it'll go away. No, people are getting sick. And they've been wondering why. Different constituents on the streets are saying, I thought I was crazy. But now that the reports are coming out, they're like, oh my God, I don't feel like I'm crazy. People's health are at risk. Apologize. Then own it. Then you've called your political friends and stars to come out here for roast and for all of these luncheons and things. Call them up and have them donate the Poland Springs, the Fiji that you drink, the real spring water, and not this bootleg, knockoff, purified water that you just outdated, expired water. Would you give this expired water to your pregnant wife? Would you give it to your mother, your daughter, or your children? And I'm saying to you, if it were you, what would you do? We are the taxpayers, the ones who this city is built on, our blood, sweat, and tears, our parents and grandparents. And this is how you treat us? The seniors that put you in office, the ones who ride for you constantly and are constantly giving the back end of the stick? When are you going to man up, own this thing, and fix it? That's what needs to be done. Stop taking. It's the reverse Robin Hood syndrome. You're taking from the poor and giving to yourselves. Take care of the people who have taken care of you.
Good afternoon to the press. My name is Minister Ellis. I'm a community activist and a community leader. And I'm glad to see the numbers of people standing behind us right here because it takes courage to stand up. And we need more people standing up against this water crisis, against this water issue, against this water debacle, because it affects every one of us. So I'm going to say, while the media is here, if you're at home right now when you're watching this, you need to come out the next time they organize and stand with the people, because this isn't just a political fight, this is a people fight. The people deserve clean water. That's all I want to say. And we need more church-going ministers out here. Where are the reverends? Where are the apostles? Where are the bishops? They need to be out here. Why? Because this fight is a fight for all of us. It's not just a fight for me or him or her or him, but it's a fight for the city of Newark and all the people who live in the city. And we all deserve clean water. Thank you very much.
My name is Mary, and I live in the West Ward. I've been a Newark resident all my life. I've been a homeowner for over 30 years. I want this to go back to the way it was. Newark had the best water around. There was no comparison to East Orange, Irvington, or anywhere else. Now, I'm afraid to take a shower. I'm afraid that the water's getting to my pores, and they need to realize that high levels of lead causes brain damage, which causes aggression. That's why we have all this crime going on right now. We even we drawing bloods for leads on our babies. Like, why? Why is this? This is Flint all along. We need to get this together, get this water right, so my grandbaby can drink a glass of water without I have to go to the store and spend $1 for. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Chris Canick from New Caucus, one of the members of the organization, part of the lawsuit against the city of Newark. When I was introduced to the content of the lawsuit, right away the first thing I heard in the room is we got to sue the city of Newark. There's just no other option. We got to force action, and we knew that action was necessary, immediate, and urgent. The city has been allowing the passive poisoning of its constituents since the start of this issue years ago. Not this last year, not the years prior, years and years ago. This is not just a one-term thing. This is not just a Mayor Baraka thing. I will say that in front of the cameras and in front of this crowd. This is everyone needs to come together and fix this issue and be at tomorrow's preliminary injunction hearing, okay, where hopefully we're going to see some of the filings revealed. Many people are not aware that the 90th percentile lead level of all samples for lead in drinking water collected in the Wanacue service area for the first 6 months of 2019 is within a 1-point range between 14.65 parts per billion and 15.65 parts per billion. That may well be an action level exceedance in a zone that was considered entirely safe and filters were unnecessary. Now we know. Let's keep the awareness up. Let's get more people involved. And hopefully next time we're going to have an even bigger crowd out here to demand the results that we need. Thank you.
I want to say that I've been on a fight at the Hearing of Citizens every month since this situation got started. 2 weeks ago, the pediatric doctor from Flint, Michigan was here and said this was a man-made preventable problem because the problem didn't just start because of old infrastructure. It started because of the failure of the mayor for 18 months to ignore it and not provide the treatment to the water system that caused the corrosion and the leaching. For him to be dishonest and jeopardize and put our families at risk is a crime. There's just no way to say it. And at this point, for the mayor and the governor to be in a political protection of one another because they failed to address the issue. We want the mayor to resign. We want the problem to be corrected.
Oh, I'm sorry. All right, I live in Newark also for the last 50 or 60 years, and I just want to say only one thing. I'm out here to support whatever, all these people's out here, I'm out here to support you. Whatever has to be did should be did. But I don't think the finger should be pointed at one person. I think the finger should be pointed at 3 or 4 different people. I say that to say only one thing. When you think about or think in terms of how many cities get their water from Newark, I'm talking about Irvington, I'm talking about East Orange, I'm talking about Orange, I'm talking about Bloomfield. Whole bunch of cities get their water directly from the city of Newark. Now, how could Newark be such a good old city and good old this and good old that, and ain't nobody to help Newark? Donald Trump is not going to help Newark because he's only concerned about the drug countries like Afghanistan. The governor, ain't nobody going to reach out and just help Newark. That should be a federal law now, letting Newark take care of itself with its own water thing, taking care of itself. Let East Orange, every city take care of themselves. We wouldn't be in this problem. We wouldn't be in this problem if every city was taking care of itself and taking care of its water issues. That's all I have to say.
Good afternoon. My name's Georgiana Hart. I was a school nurse in Newark for 27 years. I still work in Newark for Catholic Charities. I'm also a member of Progressive Labor Party, that is a communist party that believes in getting rid of this whole system. It's not just Trump, it's not just Ras Baraka, but it is the politicians and the system itself that takes us away from control of our resources. I used to bring water home when I lived in Valesburg. I used to bring water home from the school, especially Regional Day School, where I worked every summer, and I would bring the water home because it tasted so good. I brought it home in big jugs. So I know what that one person was talking about when she said the water was not only healthy, but it was good. But it isn't just about the water. I mean, Congressman Payne has voted for trillions of dollars for war. Ras Baraka has just written an order for more police to be ordered, not just because to help us be safety. No, it's the gentrification of what's happening and pushing us out of our homes. So I really want to say it is not just about Ras Baraka or having him resign, but it's that whole upper crust that is making money off of our water and our health. That's why I'm a communist, and I believe this whole system has to go, not just one or two. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Tyrone Gesson. I work with the War Against Poverty, Newark Homeless Coalition. I want to say something today about everyone out here. I attended the meeting this afternoon, and the mayor, the governor, spoke a lot about the water crisis that's been going on for years, and a lot of it was unspoken about. It was also mentioned about water is being outdated, contaminated. They also praised the fact that they're trying to help the young generation as well as females that's pregnant. They spoke nothing about the elders. They spoke nothing about people that's living in shelters. They spoke nothing about the parks. They spoke nothing about the schools that's also contaminated. Given the fact that this year, right here in Newark, New Jersey, in Nevada apartments, there was an outbreak of Legionnaires' disease, and they claimed there was something in the water. That's all I have to say.
Buenas tardes a todos. Estamos aquí para decirle a todos los ciudadanos de Newark que no beban ese agua. Ese agua contiene plomo. Y Dana ya se lo viene diciendo por año. Por favor, no tomen ese agua. Los filtros que nos dieron no sirven tampoco. Todas las escuelas, las casas tienen plomo. No podemos tomar ese agua. Y las aguas que están regalando y que están dando tienen el día incorrecto, tienen mayo del 2019. No es el agua que tenemos problemas, es el plástico que están sentados. Si uno va a un sitio a comprar una carne y tiene el día expirado, uno no la va a cocinar o se la va a comer. Por favor, no beban ese agua y necesitamos que el alcalde haga algo. Este agua tiene plomo y se va a tardar, yo me imagino, como 8 años en limpiar este agua. Y tenemos que entender que la gente de esta ciudad se baña con este agua, cocina con ese agua. Necesitamos que los residentes, por favor, no tomen ese agua. Muchas gracias.
So our closing remarks today is going to come from our youth. So we're looking for a plan of action, guys. We're looking for the city to do more extensive testing. We want some truth coming from this administration. We do want the mayor to step down because we got 3 years worth of lies and we do not trust him ongoing in this process. There has been no addressing of how people are supposed to wash, because if the water is contaminated and we can't drink it, we shouldn't be washing with it either.
Or cooking with it.
So, okay, come on.
We're just asking the mayor, can we have some good water to drink so we can stay healthy, and contaminated water can make us sick.
Right, actually, you had a practice. So the ambulance went by, they always do that to us. But go ahead, one more time.
We're just...
Oh, good job. Go ahead. A little louder. There you go.
We're just asking the mayor, can we have some good water to drink so we can stay healthy, and contaminated water makes us sick.
Wait, one more. Hold on 1 second. Actually, just back up ahead. That's good. Okay, let's do it one more time.
We're just asking the mayor that can we have some good water, and contaminated water can make us sick, and we need good water to make us not sick and healthy.
We'd like to thank you all. If you have any questions for anyone, just please single them out. We appreciate you guys covering this, and please stay in touch with us. Most of us will be in court tomorrow, waiting to see what the judge says and watching what the EPA does and what they rule on. But we know that we got a lot of work ahead of us.